I am not a friend of esports. This is it's video games. It shouldn't be on a sports network. It's video games. It is, by the way, it's not scripted, but to a large degree, there's limitations on what you can do based on the programming.
What we're talking about is professional, competitive video gaming. Players who play 10 or 12 hours a day to become the best of the world. Over 50,000 people are going to come and watch them here this weekend at the Spodek Arena, and there's a predicted audience who are going to watch online of over 20 million people.
Ninja Blevins, who is one of the world's greatest Fortnite players. He's a video gamer. This is the first time a video game player has been on the cover of a major sports magazine. Some people consider this guy, Ninja, to be an athlete because he streams for up to 12 hours a day and I guess has a lot of physical dexterity. And if that's true, congratulations, masturbating teens. You're going to the Olympics.
The fact that this exists.
You didn't know there were cyber athletes?
My hand to God, I didn't know there were but my issue is it's still not a sport.
Well, again,
it's a game. You follow me what I'm saying here, Bernie?
I do. Do you have any statistics on how many of those people also go to Star Trek conventions?
It's I don't know how I feel about this. This Fortnite really is taking the world by storm. This is true. Some parents are hiring coaches to teach their children to be better at Fortnite. A quick way to know you shouldn't have children is if you think it's a good idea to hire a video game coach.
A 16-year-old Kyle Booga Giersdorf, Booga being the name that he plays under, he won $3 million. That's the first prize in the solo tournament.
That's right. $30 million in prizes were handed out. In total, more than 2 million people tuned in to watch the world's best gamers compete for the top prize.
This is the trophy right here. Do you mind if I bring it up?
That's good.
Wow, it's actually really heavy. Look at this. Yeah.
Right there.
That's really heavy. Explain this to me. How does it work? What goes into it? Because I think people think, oh, you just play video games and you won. It's like, no, I think you put a lot of work into this.
Yeah,
Am I right?
So like long practice every day. Like every day I wake up, gotta like warm up my hands for 30 minutes, then I gotta pretty much like, warm up my hands by playing like Fortnite creative, stuff like that.
So what's really fascinating about this is how the rise of e-gaming and e-gaming tournaments has happened over the course of the last couple of years. I did a story where we actually went to one of those tournaments. We talked to coaches. These gamers have coaches.
With hundreds of millions of hardcore gamers and thousands of global tournaments each year, computer games are well on their way to becoming the world's biggest sports. And at the center of everything is a whole new breed of celebrity, the esports superstar.
But he's no ordinary sportsman.
Ready the kids up.
Big Daddy is one of a new breed, a professional computer gamer.
Just like sports athletes, these guys all strive to be the best.
All right, Daniel, I just want to say thank you for letting us come into your environment. Thank you for letting us interview you with esports.
Sure.
I would like to ask you, basically, did you grow up kind of with gaming, with esports, or when did you kind of have a love for it?
Okay. Well, I think like my passion for like esports and competitive video games comes from my background of always being an athletic individual. I grew up playing basketball, and that was my favorite sport. So I had a very competitive nature in me. Growing up as an only child, I feel like that maybe kind of contributes to being at home and playing a lot of video games. My parents worked a lot, so I was kind of at home playing video games at a young age. And I learned about video games and esports pretty young. I remember watching like tournaments and like LAN tournaments at a young age. But when I actually got to 17 years old, when I started playing Dota officially.
That's cool. 17 years old. That's pretty young.
Probably the number 17.
Oh.
That means a lot, yeah. When my family moved to Denver, I lived pretty close to a gaming cafe, and my passion for Dota only increased when I learned that there was a gaming cafe where other people there played Dota. And I remember I used to go after high school to the gaming cafe, and every Friday night they'd have like a Dota night, and I want to say like Monday was League of Legends night or something, and every day of the week was something new. And so eventually I went and started playing in this gaming cafe, and we had small little tournaments, and they'd give away like small little prizes. And I became very good at it, and I met a lot of people there. I feel like that really jump-started my career. Moving forward after that, I would say that I started taking it really seriously when I got offered a few scholarships to colleges, and that's kind of when I knew, and my parents knew too, that this is a real and that this is like a future. So I would say ever since that moment, I've kind of taken it a little more seriously.
So did you win anything with those tournaments that you went for the school?
I never took the scholarship because I'd rather stay here locally than move. I also was told by like a few of the people that I really looked up to in Dota to maybe not accept the first offer you get in life. And I feel like that is probably maybe one of the better like decisions I've ever heard. I think I got interested in tournaments later on, is a simple way to put it. When I started playing Dota, I didn't really go in thinking that it was going to be as big as it is now. It certainly wasn't at the time. And I never thought that I would see myself being involved this much in the esports, and I never thought I'd be traveling to other countries. When I got into esports, I started playing, and the earliest memory I have of playing Dota competitively was during the summers when I didn't have school. I'd probably play up to 14 hours a day. I didn't accept the first offer I got, and I decided to just kind of keep playing at home and keep going to gaming cafes. And then eventually I started traveling to the international.
That's awesome.
When my parents found out about getting offered scholarships, I think my dad knew about it more than my mom did. My mom thought I think it was a scam, and she didn't think it was like legit at first. And then eventually, when I started getting like interviews from like multiple people, my mom thought there was like some truth to it. And so shortly after that, I told her I was going to Seattle for the international, and that was back in 2017. So in 2017, I left for Seattle, and my mom, I guess, kind of at that moment knew that it was probably something that could turn into a very passionate and longevity career. Once I realized that I had some talent, I wanted to go to tournaments. But I've been doing YouTube probably for like roughly when I started playing Dota, I would say. Like when I started getting into YouTube and live streaming. Because I kind of knew going into this that especially more after getting offered scholarships, I really thought of it as like a business of, you know, there's millions of people that play this video game, but how many people play consistently? How many people put in the work that I put in? And sometimes it's tough to get noticed. And so I knew that going into it, if I made YouTube videos and I live streamed and I traveled to tournaments and I went to gaming cafes, I'd meet people, and that these connections would really like help me later in life. So I'll answer the esports question first, probably. I think esports is growing. I think that's like shown throughout. Again, like within the past 4 years of me playing Dota, 5 years, I've noticed like such a change in how popular it's been, and especially here in the U.S. I feel like a lot of people haven't heard of Dota. So when people like see me or they talk to me, I kind of have to cross-reference League of Legends. But even that has been a very popular game for a long time. So I don't really see esports dying anytime soon, especially not in 10 years. What I do look at though is Dota has been around since 2012, 2019. So we're 7 years later. They're still making updates of the game. We're still having $30 million tournaments. I don't see it as like dying anytime soon as far as Dota, but I look at I don't think Dota's gonna last forever. I think there's gonna be like maybe a Dota 3 instead of a Dota 2, or maybe another game that's similar to Dota will come and take its place. And I don't think League of Legends is gonna last forever. I don't think Call of Duty, but I think like competitive video games will always be there.
Awesome. Well, that sounds good. I just want to say thank you for letting us come in, getting an interview from you. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm super excited, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
First of all, explain how you can make a profession out of this.
Have you guys seen esports and the E-League? I don't know if that's sports.
Esports, or competitive online multiplayer video games,